Hello everyone, we're here with you sharing one of the first videos of 2023. Today we will pay a visit to 100 years ago when things were way different from today, but the times were changing at full speed. If you are a Yellowstone fan and the only reason for you to tune into 1923 is the fact that it tells the story of the Duttons, then you already get what you expect from the show. But for us, the series offers much more than what the Duttons were up to back then. It's a witness to a very specific period in history when modernization and technology were spreading across the world while people were still hanging on to the old values and lifestyles as much as they can so that they have something familiar in their lives. It's the perfect transition period between the old and the new, and each week's episode makes an emphasis on this duality of the show even more than the previous one. This week's episode got released on the first day of the new year, and we appreciated it for guaranteeing a very merry New Year's Eve celebration for all of us. That being said, this third episode of the show was far from being a fun one. Instead, it was highly tragic, filled with plot twists and lots of danger. In fact, at this point, we should reclaim 1923 as an action show because more than anything, the show has action in it. No other Yellowstone universe series has this much action going, and we are not sure if it's a good thing for 1923 or not. Overall, so far we feel like 1923 lacks the emotional depth that the other Yellowstone series have because it relies on the action so much. Still, the series is at its third episode and has a long ride until the season finale. So things might take a different turn by then, who knows. If we were to handle episode 3 alone though, we have to admit that it was the episode that finally things started to get moving. Up until this point in the series, we got to know the characters and get introduced to the universe of the show. With episode 3 though, the plot finally had some progress, meaning that the upcoming episodes will be the ones that will set the tone for the rest of the series for sure. In episode 3, we watched Spencer and Alexandra getting engaged way too quickly in our opinion. For that period though, it might be considered a bit more common to be engaged to a person after knowing them for only a couple of days. Their adventures in Africa became highly violent recently to the point that their lives were at risk. So we can believe the atmosphere on the continent also brought the two together quicker than we thought. Despite everything, it seems like they have a good banter going on and we are excited for the couple's future, especially knowing that they will be in the US from now on. Yes, you heard it right. Episode 3 solidified that Spencer is bound to get back to Montana soon, and now that he is married, Alexandra is also obliged to come with him. We believe the real challenge for the couple will take the stage in the US, since the two will have to adapt to the new way of things, and they don't even know each other properly yet. So it will be a fun ride that we will not miss out on for sure. How things got to this point though. Well, do you remember Banner, who was hanged by Jacob and his man the previous episode but managed to survive it somehow? Basically, he returned. And he returned with lots of men and arms. When the Duttons were heading somewhere, they attacked the family and managed to take out a bunch of their enemies. John Dutton Sr. got killed off, which was both a surprise and an expectation on our part. We were surprised because we were hoping for John to be one of the main characters of the show as the man who gave his man to our modern-day John Dutton. But we were also expecting such a death because we were observing that John was very much a blank character that we knew nothing about. So his destiny was always to be killed at an early age. Jacob also got brutally injured and we are not sure if he will survive. Since Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford have made lots of publicity for the show, we don't think either of them will have a short time in the series. That's to say, we believe Jacob will survive soon and his dynamic with Spencer will be a delight to watch. Jack and Elizabeth are both injured, which is sad since the couple was just celebrating their romance. Still, it's pretty much clear that they will both survive the attack and we will 100% watch their wedding this season. At the end of the episode, Carrie wrote to Spencer, "A brother has died. Your uncle will also dead once you receive this letter. So you need to stop fighting your own war and return home to fight your family's war." We believe this was one of the best writing of Taylor Sheridan in 1923 so far, and we cannot wait to see how Spencer will respond to it. What are your thoughts on 1923? Do you think the show is on par with the rest of the Yellowstone universe series? Do you think Spencer will be a good fit for the Yellowstone ranch? What about Alexandra? How will she adapt to Montana's circumstances? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.